Welcome viewers, Glaurung here, back with another episode of Rome Total War. And it looks like it's time to end the Siege of Massilia. Although... on second thought, there is only one turn left. So... but if I do attack now, that'll give me one extra turn to build peasants and stuff. And it'll hopefully get my unit some XP, and maybe even my general some traits, which would be good to level my guys up before they actually start fighting dangerous people. And I shouldn't lose too many units, hopefully, since there are only 3 enemies and they're really not that good. They of course have the advantage of fighting from behind walls, but the AI doesn't tend to use that advantage as well as it could. I mean, I've been able to hold off Romans outnumbering me like 4-1 with like 3 battalions of militia hoplites, just because of the way the walls works. It's really... the walls can be really strong, especially wooden walls, which for some reason are actually much better than stone walls, which is kind of annoying. But that's just the way the game works, unfortunately. And I forgot to organize all of my armies, so that's gonna be annoying. But, oh well. So, charge! And I think I want to charge here too. That might get them too close to the arrow towers, and if it does, I'll just have them drop the ram, because I don't want to get them, I don't want to lose men unnecessarily by just having them stand in front of these towers. These skirmishers can run, because I don't really need you for anything, and I certainly don't need you rested up. If I can get you guys in range of the walls, then that would greatly enhance your usefulness, because you're not going to do a whole lot just by sitting back. Although, looks like they're retreating, so I probably won't... oh, okay. And run away! Run! Flee for the hills! Not that direction. Okay, so I lost one guy, but I learned something. Don't do that. Oh, whoa. You guys didn't drop the ram, okay?
Our warriors have reached
Didn't mean to not have you drop that, but oh well. I'll work with that. And you 3, well, I guess once the gate's down... ah. They are in range and are firing, and since they're facing the wrong way, they're taking really heavy casualties. In fact, I think they've lost almost half their troops already, which is really embarrassing considering that these are skirmishers. And I think stop firing now, because these guys should rout almost as soon as they go into combat, so we're just wasting ammo by attacking them. Though actually, I can just finish them off.
The way is open.
So,
let your men kill all the cowards inside.
I mean, shouldn't be that hard. Take 1 or 2 volleys. Okay, one last volley. And then stop. Hopefully that was enough. Yeah. And I think these guys, yeah, they're completely out of all ammo. But they also completely destroyed those hoplites, which, I mean, obviously when they were that damaged didn't really matter, but if they had been at full strength, then they could have done quite a bit of damage while I'm still trying to get into the walls. And I do kind of wish that I had some other ranged units, but barbarian archers, I think the only barbarian archers are barbarian noble archers, which I don't get for quite a while. Well, maybe not quite a while, but I need to build a building in a large city or town, or whatever it's called, which would probably only be available in my capital and maybe in the Iberian city. I forget what it's called. Numantia? Maybe? I don't remember. And now that we've moved in behind the walls, why are you guys in reverse order? That's gonna really annoy me, but oh well. March in like the Saints. And that one guy they lost is going to really annoy me. Whoa, lag. And you guys, see if you can get around to perform a flanking maneuver. Just like walk over here for now. If it becomes clear that you're never gonna make it in time, I'll have them run. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll like send out some peasants to attack, because these guys should be able to easily rout peasants without taking any significant casualties. Though if they do attack with militia hoplites, I will obviously have to withdraw. Though that would probably still be good, because they would be able to gain a, I would be able to gain a tactical advantage from the fact that they send out militia hoplites to deal with my cavalry instead of my war bands, which would give me time to move in and crush the peasants. And I'm probably way overanalyzing this battle, given that they're very clearly doomed. And I could probably spend about half as much time thinking about this and lose like 5 extra men, maybe, if that. Also, you're cavalry, so, I mean, you have high enough stamina to go from here to there on a run. Don't really need to worry about that, actually. And you guys are probably getting a little bit tired soon, but looks like you're still fine for now. So, may have advanced slightly too far. Yeah. Maybe not. Quickly get in your war cry. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh dear, this is terrible and awful. Why? Okay, run as quickly as you possibly can, 'cause you are not supposed to be anywhere near there. Run, 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 run. I lost 3 units for no reason. Now it's 5, 7. Ugh, that was stupid and awful. But I can at least come in with a flanking attack from the rear, as opposed to a flanking attack from the front. And it's technically more of the sides, I suppose. Because if I didn't do a flanking attack, yeah, victory seems certain. My war bands would almost certainly lose. If you can, pull off and get the charge bonus again. Although, sometimes cavalry can get too too bogged down in combat for it to be safe to do that. There we go. Enemy general's routing. Good thing he's not fighting to the death. I'm not sure why he's not, to be honest. And there's only one guy left, so you guys can just run away, and my war bands can deal with the peasants. If you guys can get around behind, that would also be useful, but I rather doubt you'll be able to in the time left before the peasants inevitably die or rout. Actually, that's a surprisingly short route that should be doable, in fact. Not sure why they're going so slowly. Maybe they're not going slowly. Pathfinding can be a little weird in city streets. Keep going that way. Not sure why you slowed down. But whatever. And defeat seems certain, but why not make it more certain? Why did you turn around? You're idiots. This is clearly the shorter way, and you also don't have to go through troops. Can you just have a modicum of common sense, please? I mean, I suppose you're AI, so being able to do anything is a remarkable feat, but... And full-on charge into the rear of the peasants, although by now it's hardly worthwhile given that there are only 15 left, and I barely even charged into them because all the peasants on that side died, basically. But this has been pretty high,
This is no longer a battle, this is a hunt.
why not continue? Pretty high KDR here. I mean, lost 40 warbands, well, 41 technically, warband soldiers, and looks like 8, 9, 17 soldiers, or horsemen, of whom 9 healed, so actually took like, let's see, I took 57 minus 9, so 48 casualties to kill 300-ish, more like 200 enemies. Though I suppose since 120 of them were peasants, that's hardly saying anything. Too bad I didn't get anything. There's hardly any point to doing any of these at this point, because it's so early on. But, wow, why is the public order so low? Unrest, culture penalty, Okay, so get rid of the shrine. Can't upgrade the warrior's hold yet, but I will be able to at some point. Isis, definitely, clearly. And unfortunately, all I can construct are peasants. Because I think I need muster field for warband. Yeah. That's too bad. But I should be able to repair my warbands in maybe Patavium or the other one, Megilanium, before I attack the Julii. In self-defense, of course. Clearly. Actually, don't want to declare war just yet. And Sacred Grove's finishing up everywhere, so get me some more money. How much do I make from trading here? Poor harvest on the farms. Okay, very, very little. I make most of my money from taxes, a little bit more from farming. So, I guess traders are almost worthless. I want to be able to start training good units somewhere, so... Actually, I'd rather be able to get archers than swordsmen just yet. Patavium, you... Actually, better way to do this, since Abnoba gives an upgrade to missile weapons, you can start working on getting archers, and my capital, since the Sacred Grove of Tuteus gives just generic bonuses, in fact, to light weapons, which I think would count warbands, so I'm not sure if it would count swordsmen, but this is a much better way to min-max things. Over here, Numantia, I want you to... Actually, I don't really want you to grow. I do want you to be happy, because you're pretty far away, which means you get a distance from capital penalty. Lebanon, you don't really have much. Rhodes, just for a slight bit of money. I don't need the muster hall, because I'm probably never going to I'm never going to build troops there. Well, I might at some point, but not for a long while. Condit Retinum gives them some walls just so they have some small amount of defenses. And Narbo Martius is close to the Spanish or Iberians, so I want to give them some defense. And in Massilia, you have very low population. Although I would like to, if I can... Wait. Why is this not Greek? Why is there a culture penalty if none of these are Greek? These are all barbarian. What? That doesn't make any sense. Huh. Well, I guess I'll build some roads or something. That is really bizarre. Oh, did I move all of my troops out last turn without even, without leaving anything? No, I moved them out earlier this turn. And you guys can attack, probably. Yeah, we outnumber them at least 2 to 1. Well, probably about 2 to 1. You are not really large enough to take on the Spanish by your own right now, so I'll give you guys some more troops, and once those guys come in, I might be able to hire some mercenaries. How much do mercenaries cost? Balearic slingers are very, very good, so I think I'll hire them right now, in fact. Hopefully give them more time to recover so I can hire more of them, because I love Balearic slingers. Whoops, didn't mean to click there. And I was sending you up to spy on the spy, who has disappeared. Oh, there he is. And you died. Well, I mean, losing the spy kind of sucks, but it is, I mean, they're not really that useful until they have at least 1 or 2 levels, and that's pretty much the only way to gain levels, so might as well just explore a bit. Ooh, do have to be careful of the Britons. Really? Oh, that's right, the Britons do have this, because this is Normandy? No, wait, this is long before William the Conqueror, so didn't realize that that the Anglo-Saxons... Wait. No, pre-Anglo-Saxons. No, yeah, Anglo-Saxons. Because they're pre-Anglo-Norman. Getting my British history all mixed up. Didn't realize that the Anglo-Saxons had a foothold in continental Europe. Might as well see if there's anyone that I can get map information from, because there's a faction missing here. There should be some cities around here. I'm not exactly sure which faction it is. From the position... Really not sure. Wait, they're attacking me? Well, I'm fine with that, but it's a really bad idea, because I outnumber you 2 to 1, and I have a much, much better leader. I mean, I have 2 warbands to your 4, and I have 2 battalions of cavalry, one of whom is the extremely powerful faction leader, and so 2 battalions of cavalry to your 1 battalion. On the plus side, if I can manage to kill all of their units and make sure that nothing escapes, I'll automatically win the siege. Because there'll be no one defending it. Well, why... I don't understand why when the enemy or when somebody attacks like this, you don't get any sort of it starts out unpaused. Like, because the idea, I think, is supposed to be that, like, they surprise you, but we've been sieging them for weeks, actually years. Like, we should be prepared for this by now. And why did you double-click? mean, literally the only thing that we've been doing for the past, like, 2 years is waiting to either attack them or for them to attack us. So you think we might have a little bit of warning. And guard the flanks, of course. That's interesting. Brennus actually has fewer soldiers than in a normal barbarian cavalry unit. Make sure the druids are as close as possible to the center because of their war chant, or whatever it's called, chant ability. Because if they're in, the more units they're in range of, the better. War bands specifically. Why are you guys not moving? Oh, now you are. My army's a little bit off-center, but I don't care that much, at least. Wait, where... did they flank me? Oh no, there's... yeah, well, they're trying to, looks like. Sending some cavalry around over there. You guys get ready. Make sure you're perfectly straight. It's definitely not the only reason that I had them do that. Oh, okay. I don't want to lie to you guys, but... whoops. Actually, move up a little bit. And run. Run for your life. Why does it keep double-clicking? Stop that. That's rude. There we go. And run. Have you guys start chanting. If I can, get you guys to war chant. But it looks like I won't, so I'll just have to be contented with a cavalry charge from the rear. Oh, whoops. I got my units confused. You guys go out there so you don't break these guys' formation. And I doubt she'll be able to finish a war cry, but you might be able to get it partway in. I don't know, like, whether getting a partial war cry actually does anything, but it might. And instant rout, because my faction leader attacks them from behind. Funny how that works. And they're trying to do the same thing to me, except that they don't have a hammer for their anvil to fall on. So I can just go faction leader versus faction. Actually, I don't think this is a faction leader or even a general, but it is cavalry. Cav on cav battle, which I feel very content with because, and only because, this is my faction leader, which means that he's much, much stronger than his cavalry. We didn't even lose a man. Why are you not pursuing? You're supposed to be pursuing. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not pursuing. The Rome Total War wrap. Oh, please get in the gates. Come on, before they close. Yeah. Your gates belong to me. All your gates belong to us. Or all your gates belong to us. Okay, since you apparently can't catch up to these guys, just go in front of them instead. If you possibly can. The reason that I didn't just end the battle is because if I don't kill all of them, then the siege stays up, because it just assumes that these guys make it back, which would be rather annoying. Fortunately, these guys are already tired, and they're still routing. Looks like I was able to obliterate the farther back unit, and hopefully I'll be able to obliterate these guys before they can reform, because they'll stop routing, of course, once they reach the town center, but they hopefully won't at least be able to turn and fight very well. Oh, darn. Well, they did. Still, it's a faction leader, which means A, he's very strong, B, he regens units without needing to be rebuilt, so I basically lose nothing by losing my general's bodyguard. At least as long as it's a relatively small amount, which it is. And there we go.
Victory is the reward of warriors. Great victories like this go only to the best.
Well, I wouldn't call myself the best. I mean, clearly I'm the best at this battle. Wow, 6 kills. Let's see, they got 1 warband and 5 of my general's bodyguard. And those 5 general's bodyguard will recover by the next turn. So we now have 2 more cities than we started with. I think we need 15 to win the campaign, and we need to have destroyed the Julii and SPQR. That's okay, actually. I do like the trait Ben in the Wars because it means that he's more likely to survive, which means he's more likely to be able... Are they besieging me? Seriously? Of course, I should have known. Wait, are they? I can't tell. It looks like he is, but...
General.
Oh, I guess he's not. I like Ben in the Wars because it increases his hit points, of course, which means that he has longer, and you can send him into more difficult confrontations, which makes it easier for him to get more traits and points. So even if he doesn't start out with many, with much good stuff, he should be able to get it eventually. Fortunately, this stuff is all barbarian already. Still don't know why Massilia has a culture penalty, because, yeah, they were Greek, but none of the buildings are Greek anymore. I don't know. Let's see. You are pretty good on public order, so more growth for more money and for more armies. Only thing you can build, and I think I can afford to build something everywhere, so might as well. Again, traders don't really do anything because we're making such a tiny amount of money from trade. Yeah, 150 denarii. Almost said ducats there. Been playing too much Europa Universalis 4. And so neither roads nor the trader will do a whole lot, but at least the roads will give movement speed in addition. And just do this, because why not? Although, no, you're so tiny, I want you to grow faster. You should have my cavalry for me, and next turn you'll have the warband, and then we'll be able to start doing stuff. So, since apparently we're not under siege, even though that looks an awful lot. Yeah, I guess his hand's just at his side. It looked like he was holding out the sword. Ooh, new family member, looks like. Oh, right, that's the guy that, no? Neither of them are. This guy must have just matured. Thought it was the new marriage guy. But that guy is in Elysia, I believe. Hey! Mariadoc! Wow. Well, I guess J.R.R. Tolkien did take, or he based a lot of his names on, and languages on real languages, so doesn't surprise me too much. Especially since that's supposed to be, since his Shire names were often so, quote-unquote, translated into English. Ah, this is the guy who has been in the wars. So, actually, I think I'm going to have one of you come over to manage this, to manage Massilia, because you at least have some influence, and you will come lead the army. Actually, maybe instead of Windex over here. I really wish I could actually rename him to Windex. Because you are both younger than Vindex, and you have the Ben in the Wars trait, so you should be able to catch up pretty quickly. Do I have anyone in Elysia? Yeah. So, not really any good place to send you that's nearby. But maybe I can, like... Let's see. No, yeah. Because you're already going to Massilia. So I guess the nearest place is Narbomartius? Yeah. So that's good. And I think I've moved all my armies. Oh, no. You guys have to move... Oh, really? I just captured it this turn?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
How... Wait, why can't you move?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Orders.
Oh, these guys must have just gotten here.
General.
Right, okay. Well then, in that case I can wait for the peasants. And I forgot to move my diplomat. I really wish I didn't have to watch this every time I forgot to move somebody. I think there's like an option or something at the start of the game that I always forget to turn off. And then I regret it horribly for the rest of the game. Oh, there go the Scipii. Well, or not Scipii, the Britons. Well, I think I had trading rights with them, so that should decrease my, interesting. That should decrease my income, unfortunately. But I guess I was planning to have my faction leader, Brennus, go over and attack the Julii, but he would actually be much better at fighting these Britons. Although, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, he's not gonna make it in time. Well, goodbye, Condit Retinum, we loved ye. Yeah, he would be much better at attacking the Britons because it's a slightly weaker army, and that means that, since the Britons are much weaker than the Julii, it's a much better fit. You don't have anything to build, which is rather convenient, since you can't build anyways. And Windex can keep on heading over to Narbomartius. Whoa. You are a little bit stuck, so make sure this guy goes first to avoid you trying to do something really, really stupid and weird. And next turn I should be able to attack... Ooh! Faction leader completely undefended. That was a bad move, Scipii. Or, not Scipii, Julii. Been a while since I played this. Gotta get my knowledge of these factions back up. Okay, so my warband's finished. I should probably start up here in case that army does something dangerous. Do I have any spies nearby? Do I have any spies at all, in fact? I think there's a way to see this. Faction? Show lists, maybe? Yeah, agents. Okay, so the only guy I have is the diplomat and the spy who died last turn. I think most of this area is just held by rebels. Which you can't actually negotiate with rebels in any way. I can't tell whether that's Luvavum or Ayuvavum, because I think it should be Ayuvavum, but that's kind of a weird name, because an uppercase I and a lowercase L look pretty much identical. If I have anywhere that I can, I want to recruit a spy. Looks like I don't have anywhere. Well, that's too bad. Yeah. Oh well. An alliance between us. Ooh. Although, I think that the Roman factions may be automatically allied, but I'm not sure about that. I guess I'll have to see when I declare war on the Julii whether the Scipii declare war on me too. If not, and if they come to my aid, that would be really, really hilarious and awesome. And Admiral Bolgios, you are just gonna keep running away until you die, I have a feeling. Because I don't have anywhere to retrain you. Because these are only fishing villages, you need to go up to the next level to actually train anything. Lots of stuff finished. I'm finally getting a little bit more money, which means I can start buying slightly more costly buildings, like a blacksmith. And same here, although actually, is there an upgrade to the practice range at this current level? No. So I guess I'll just get a blacksmith here too. So those will basically be, it looks like my two training centers, Elysia for land troops, or for land troops as opposed to flying troops, for my infantry, and in Patavium I'll train my archers. Massilia, you are growing into a thriving little town. Quite charming. Lugdunum, you could use some roads or more growth. No, wait, that's a trader, so that's useless. And move everybody who needs to be moved. You're still on your way because Spain's kind of far from, well, I guess technically this is all Spain, but still Spain's kind of far from Spain. Yep, makes sense. Let's see if the Scipii join in, because their faction leader's still completely on his own. Declaration of war. So, wait, I wasn't allied with the Julii, was I? What? Did this? Yeah, the Scipii. Darn. So I guess, does that put me at war with them? No, it does not. But they did break the alliance, so that's probably not a good sign for the future. This is only one unit, so I'm going to go out and attack it. I shouldn't need that many troops, and I want to leave those guys behind for public order purposes. He runs away, but he can't get away from me. Wow. Army ratio of only 4 to 1. Well, actually, I suppose I have about 4 times as many troops as he does, so that's probably accurate. I was going to say something about how my warbands are so much less dangerous than his Hastati, but apparently the game thinks that they're approximately equal. I don't know what the point of waiting is, because I've never really seen it do anything. I mean, theoretically there's weather in this game. I've never seen it. As far as I can tell, you can only get weather in the skirmishes by setting the weather directly. You can't just like get it randomly. And wait the 10 years while my units walk 5 miles across open terrain just to get in range. That shouldn't be in range of their Pila or Pila, but I don't want to be. But you can't be too careful. And once they get here, which they should pretty soon, yeah, I'll just have a war cry, run in, and my general will engage the Hastati from the back, which, since they're Roman units, they're super powerful, of course. Super overpowered, some might say. So it might take multiple hammer and anvil strikes with my general unit. That shouldn't be in range of their Pila or Pila, but apparently the game thinks that they're approximately equal. I don't know what the point of waiting is, because I've never really seen it do anything. I mean, theoretically there's weather in this game. I've never really seen it. So it might take multiple hammer and anvil strikes with my general unit. Okay, is the war cry finished? There we go. And run up right in front of them. And if I do it this way rather than telling them directly to attack, I should be able to get a better surround. Because if they all just go like straight in, then that won't be as good as if they go out a little bit and then come in at sort of an angle. Though this one can actually do that. Whoops. And you get directly behind them. Why can't I click? I should probably be pausing. Why are you guys running away? Really not sure about that one. I haven't really left myself room for a hammer and anvil attack, but if we give them room to rout, they will, instead of fighting to the death, and there we go. Now we don't lose any more men. Just like Sun Tzu, don't put your soldiers in a position where they will have to fight to the death, and try to avoid putting the enemy soldiers in a position where they will. 2 left, and then the battle will be over. I probably could have just ended the battle, but I like to be safe and make sure I get as many casualties as I possibly can. Because, like, on this one, if I had just ended the battle, their unit probably would have routed, but in larger battles, when there are lots of fleeing enemies, almost certainly some of the army will stay intact, and then if you hunt them down, they can't come back and trouble you later. And with that insignificant yet spirit-raising victory, I'm going to end the episode. Thank you all for watching, and see you next video. Bye!